Good evening, everybody. And yet again, we are back to this session of Ask Me Anything. And I have today with me Nidhi as well as Aruna. And you will get to know more about them as I discuss with them about where they are from, what about their babies, do they have a baby boy, girl, and more details. So let's quickly start because I really don't want to waste a single minute as well. So now let me bring in, Nidhi into the chat window. So Nidhi, you're on mute, so you will need to unmute and let's kickstart. First, your introduction. I would not want to introduce myself. Everybody knows me by now. So over to you. You can give me a quick intro about you and your baby. That's the most important thing for me. And then let's kickstart with your question. And let's try winding up your set of questions and my discussion with you with for 15 minutes so that even Aruna has some time.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Nidhi. I'm from Belgaum, that's in Karnataka, and I'm basically a gynecologist and a first-time mommy. So I'm a mommy to a 15-month-old baby boy. His name is Arjun. And yeah, just quickly like to firstly thank you for this because it's really, really, really helpful. I've been following you since a while on Insta, and it's really helpful. The recipes, and apart from that, the way you deal with both of them. And I want to congratulate you not only on Azriel but Angela as well because I think she's
Thank
an
you.
absolute darling. I follow her also on Insta because I love her all her vlogging and all that she confidently does. And the bond that you made sure that both of them share, it's not forced. It is not something which, you know, I can see that you're firm with both of them, but at the same time there's a lot of fun that is happening. So congratulations on that. And okay, I'll quickly start. So I've been following you for a while and I've seen all the previous conversations. I don't want to be repetitive. I just wanted to ask you about like see yeah my so I've been doing a mix of baby led weaning and traditional weaning for my baby, and he's okay, like more or less he does eat what I make for him. Had also joined the 1 month food program, which you had done, and those recipes really helped me. Now my problem, and the meals were like quite okay. I don't want to say because again that it'll all go haywire. But my only problem is with the snacks. When I've seen that you've offered a lot of fruits in the snack. Especially, I get a lot of papaya, watermelon now. The mango is in season, so I get mangoes. So I make it a point that I eat with him. But I don't know, maybe he's not been very fond of the sweeter taste, as in the taste of fruits specifically. Since the beginning, he's not been very fond of that sweet taste. So he does not have that, and he tends to kind of reject it. He might have a bite or so, and then he just skips that snack totally. And then what happens is that he gets very hungry a little early before his meal time. So he has his meal, and yeah, so I'm nursing him on demand. I don't like stop that. So what happens is he skips his evening snack, then he has his dinner early, and then again he will come back and ask for feed, and all that goes a little haywire. So can you help me with that if possible?
Okay. So what happens is majority of the time you can put a schedule. Okay. Your major meals are those three big meals that I'm going to give you. Your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner.
Lunch and dinner. Yeah, yeah.
So Nidhi, what I've done is since last 2 weeks, if you've observed, I've started doing the routine for mothers to understand what am I actually doing in the entire day. Okay. So in that routine, if you see, we're waking up late. So the lunch itself is Azriel's
Becomes
breakfast. That's his breakfast. So I
breakfast.
want
Yeah.
specific that okay, breakfast, the baby is supposed to eat idli or upma and stuff like that. That's not my focus is. Focus is meal. Now meal can
Meal
be
होना चाहिए, हाँ.
breakfast, yeah, dinner. That's what I look at, and that's how even today's day started in the same way. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
to snack again, it depends on your baby's sleep time. So if you observe, Azrael has only one nap time. Okay. So that time is from the time he's awake. I have put it like 4 hours late. I will take him to sleep. So today he woke up at
Yeah.
2 o'clock. So I took him to bed now before the session at 5 o'clock. So if he wakes up by
Correct.
12 or even like close to 12 o'clock, then 4 or 4:30. So lunch is always going to be a little heavy or even breakfast because you are going to give
Correct.
the first. But let's say you gave a fruit,
Proper, yeah.
like an apple.
Hmm.
Fruits or anything that is in its natural form will digest faster. So
Quickly, yeah,
we
yeah.
need to remember that aspect. Now, for example, apple might digest a little slower when compared to a banana, right? Banana
Banana, correct.
digests fast. So we need to understand what fruit have we given and then act accordingly and give the next. Okay. So when you have given your baby a meal, let's say he doesn't like the fruit, give a small portion. It's okay. It's few portions. After half an hour or 45 minutes, give another snack. So that snack can be maybe
Okay.
or sevaya. Like the morning, what kind of breakfast you have? A small dosa or a paratha.
Correct.
So you can,
Correct.
if you saw this Friday when I was doing it, so Azriel woke up around like 6:30 in the evening, and Angela had a snack at 4 o'clock. So that is Angela's routine since like 2 years old baby. Okay, so at 4 o'clock she will get a fruit, a smoothie,
Fruit, fruit.
but it is more on a healthy side. Then nowadays, right, with Angela, I'm just sharing, is because we used to not bring any snacks for her, which is unhealthy. But what happened? I saw that whenever she was exposed to an environment where the other children are exposed to,
Having that.
junk, she would jump into the junk.
Crazy.
So we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
want her to have that feel. So
Feeling.
I started getting junk that she likes, and she has one junk in the whole day. Quite
Correct.
cute.
Yeah,
It's one junk, but this comes after her 4 o'clock all healthy eating. Then between
yeah.
time, that's food. So what I did there is, Azriel, instead of giving just the banana, I make the mangalore buns. So you have the bun, which is again wheat. I did not use maida. Ideally, mango
Correct.
is done with maida, and it's fermented.
Maida. Yeah.
But here I used wheat. This time when I made, I even added little dal powder because then I'm giving him a little of protein in it.
Protein also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the banana for the flavor. So the
Correct.
food got added. Now let's say what happened was that day we planned to go out. So since we were going out, there was a mid gap between that 7 o'clock to us going out until 8:30. Now I didn't actually give him anything. So I was like, it's okay. I mean, I know that he will not be irritated, but he will come to me. So I was prepared.
Correct.
I will give him the feed because
Feed,
I was comfortable until we reach the restaurant. So when you don't
Correct.
have an access, then sometimes what I do is, let's say I don't plan anything, then my immediate do is kurmura or puffed rice. Okay.
Correct. Same thing happens in my case. Like he will just not eat the fruit. And then because I know that if he doesn't eat it right now, in half an hour, 1 hour, he'll come back for my feed or for
Absolutely.
dinner. So I give him that makhana or murmura or something like that. But that is happening on a daily basis. So that is
What you
is
can
an
do
issue.
is you can keep instead of you keeping a snack there, what you do is move a better. Like I used to always give you one alternative snack, right? Where I used to have upma or dosa or something.
Rava kheer or something. Yeah.
Keep that there. So I do have
Okay.
last to last routine. I gave Azriel the ragi sevaya tea. And that day, why I did it, because the plan was to go to swimming. So by swimming, he will be more tired. Whereas
Correct.
the other day on Friday, he was at home. So for us, we need to plan that, okay, what is that food which will remain in our stomach, and we need to be ready
for a longer time.
for a longer time. Correct? Because as soon as you put in, food like, anything which is heavy in carbs. Now, sevaya, upma has carbs. Carbs will keep them full. But when you're going to fruit, like for example, let's say, when you have the orange season. Now, if you're going to give them orange juice, first of all, they might be hungry. And orange juice topping it, correct. That might make them hungry actually. May not actually.
Even more, yeah.
So that's why I always prefer, instead of juice of orange, it's better to eat orange as is. It's much better.
Fruit, yeah. So, and you think, I mean, because he's not very good, like he's not accepting fruits a lot, you think I should like, but every day I should keep offering it to him, right? Like,
Yes,
just let
don't
him
stop.
not have it and,
Do not stop. So
okay.
you
Like,
give it.
especially banana. I don't know why he does not like, I tried it with, that oats ka pancake mein dal ke thoda, but the moment he smells that banana, he will not have it since the beginning. But I
Okay.
keep offering, like in different forms. I
That's
give it to
okay
him.
because there is also another study which I was reading that your taste buds do, have
Change.
a new palate change
Mm.
every 7 years.
Mm.
Okay.
Because I know Angela's and papaya ka relation, like she does not eat.
Because with Azriel, since he has an allergy towards banana, I what
Oh.
I did was after 12 months, I have now started
Mm-hmm.
giving him because what happened was earlier, after 6 months, almost every day he used to have banana. So we figured out he had
Ah.
banana allergy only when we were in Maldives because their buffet
Mm.
menu did not have banana. So then I asked,
Correct.
and then my mom and I were discussing that it might be banana,
Kind of.
that too, that small elaichi banana
Correct.
that we talked about. When I gave him this
Mm-hmm.
Nendra banana, I didn't see like today
So,
and
no, wow.
from past mango season, I'm making different smoothies because now you will see
Mm.
after the travel series, you will see some smoothie series as well.
Yeah,
So that's why
yeah.
I've been trying different smoothies. And like
Okay, so my only thing was that whether I should still continue giving every day and
no,
then have this backup snack. Okay,
have your snack, but
okay.
don't keep that as your backup. Like, you plan it when
Ah,
in advance, saying that, okay, I will
ah.
make upma.
Hmm.
Because see, it also becomes a snack for you. So the other day,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
made
That's
upma made
exactly, yeah.
because you
So
need
that's what I was
something.
doing that, but I just felt that if he has a fruit, it might be better, because he's got very bad constipation. So I try to include veggies in his diet, but I thought fruits might add to the fibers also.
Yes,
So
yes.
that for the constipation
Anything in its
mainly. So
natural form, yes.
yeah, I'll
You
continue
can
offering and
also
then,
think of soup. Soup also is a very good option.
soup, yeah, soup I give. Yeah, soup I give. And one more question I wanted to ask you is that some people were telling me that white rice causes a lot of constipation, and like we generally have dal chawal sabzi roti in one meal, तो वो रहता ही है. And I
I
started like
wouldn't,
offering
I
him whatever.
wouldn't say rice can cause constipation. I have not heard
नहीं
that.
ना.
But
हाँ वही
what
even
you
I
can do
felt.
is, soak your rice. Just how you
Okay.
soak pulses, soak your rice, keep it is for a longer
Okay.
time, then cook it.
हाँ.
Okay?
Okay, I'll
Because
try
see,
that. Yeah.
Nidhi, if we have to really
Hmm.
go to the right way of eating, we should not be eating
Hmm.
after the sunset.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Rice itself that
And
we eat, if it is
hmm.
we bring which is polished, then that means
Then it is, yeah.
you know that. So
Yeah.
we
True.
do a
Yeah.
lot of re-engineering into our
Yeah.
entire
True.
diet.
No, that is not going to be possible. Yeah.
See,
True.
it's a slow
So
journey.
that's,
It's a slow journey. If
huh,
you take small steps
correct.
towards it, it can't be like, tomorrow you decide saying that you're going
Immediately.
to. Because see, for
Correct. And
my best example for this, Nidhi, is we would eat non-vegetarian every day. From every day, we have gone to just 3 meals in the entire week.
weak, yeah. And Azriel is so totally vegetarian, not given him anything
Total
at all.
vegetarian. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I told you that I've been following you, so I know, and I'm a vegetarian. So for me, it's like, my husband is a non-vegetarian. So for him, it's a big hassle because he knows that when I'm going to make or plan something, it is going to be vegetarian. He does not have any other option. But no, okay. So that was my one question, that whether I should keep offering, and if not, I should give a backup.
See,
And second thing, what I
let me
wanted to,
talk about the backup. Okay. See, when
hmm,
you do not offer and you start giving a meal, give it as a meal. Do not put across any words to your baby, which is to do with the backup, because then you
hmm.
know that you will always give a backup. So let
The thing
your
is that he knows, that if he doesn't have that banana, I'm going to give him the makhana.
correct.
And if he doesn't eat that makhana, then he's going to go crazy in half an hour. So I don't know that, whether I should give it to him or not give it to him.
So what
I,
you
I
can do
don't
is
understand.
keep the fruit, but even let
Hmm.
him eat 4, 5 bites. It's okay.
It's okay.
Let it be his
Yeah.
schedule. So what happens is
Hmm.
maybe gradually you will understand, okay, eat
He,
banana, give another fruit
hmm,
along with the banana.
hmm.
So have
Correct.
the
Yeah.
banana and have another fruit. So maybe he'll like
I'll do that.
with Azriel. He likes mint.
Mm.
Not that, I gave him jackfruit in a smoothie form.
Mm-hmm.
If I give him grapes and I give him
Mm.
pomegranate together, he would not eat pomegranate. So since
Mm.
I have identified that pattern, I don't give pomegranate and grapes
That
together.
combination.
Yeah, I
Ah,
only give
correct,
pomegranate.
correct.
Otherwise, he will not eat it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Have
yeah.
to identify, and if you think that you don't keep banana maybe in the morning section, because your heavy meals
Hmm.
are planned in the morning section, no?
Hmm.
Don't push the
Hmm.
banana in the evening section.
Correct. I'll do that. I'll change that and see. So that
Because
even if he
yeah, you
doesn't
do
have,
not.
at least, yeah,
Yeah, that's right. So
yeah, because he's still on 2 naps. So, he can have
correct.
that after his first nap.
Because see,
Okay.
as soon as you wake up, the 1 hour
Mhm.
window for a human itself, you are not ready to accept. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's okay to plan it
Yeah.
out like that.
And one more thing which really helped me, and my mother also blesses you for that, is that not to force him, just let him be. If he's hungry, he will eat. And the day I told my mom that Rashmita said that, she told me, you please specially say thanks, that because you've not been listening to me, at least you listen to her. I
I
said,
am
yeah.
happy, or I must tell you to tell your mom that I'm hearing such less mothers out there. I see a lot of people telling me that kuch khilao, kuch khilao. I mean, I wouldn't tell, my mom wouldn't do. So even my mom would say, like, she knows that when we are occupied, we are like occupied, especially when we are traveling, I really don't bother. Okay.
Mm,
To give you a simple
yeah.
example, last Friday we took Azrael to the play area. The same
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 month before also we had taken. From
Mm,
the time I took him and we went by auto,
got him.
that was
Oh.
like I think 5:30. From 5:30 to 8 o'clock, he did not eat anything. I was going behind him and I'm telling him, okay, eat a papaya because I feel he must be
Mm,
hungry. But he didn't come
correct.
for
No.
it.
Mm,
So that means it's all in their mind. Like, how
mine. Correct.
occupied they are. Yeah, and I was telling Aniket that he took a feed only once I was coming back in the car. There's nothing, no, nothing, just playing around.
Yeah, that is it. But that's what I wanted to say, that, it's really, it's reassuring that you know that your baby understands his hunger cues and will eat when he wants. No
See,
need to
what I
force him. And,
always tell, even with Asriel, is that he will definitely come to you. If you don't have,
yeah.
like, I remember taking Angela for her first road trip when she was 15 months, and we went for unplanned trip from Mumbai to Goa. And she did not like anything. She was only on breast milk the entire 3-4 days we were there. And she ate hardly rava. And trust me, I did not bother about, oh, she's not
Force.
eating something. Nothing. And the similar situation happened when we went for our first trip in Thailand. She was
Yeah, she was unwell.
she
Yeah,
had fever
yeah, yeah.
and only banana and watermelon. So
Yeah,
we should stop worrying.
yeah, yeah.
We
But
should
actually, that's the whole thing. More than them, it's we who are going crazy about their food, frankly. And now, after
just, you're
I've
on a
been, when
holiday.
I'm
You're on a holiday, enjoy.
that, yeah, true. And now we are also planning a small trip. So all those baby burp snacks and all that you've been getting, no, I'm trying the same with my
I
kid.
think you have a
He's
sample
not
pack.
as open to new tastes, but I don't blame him. Even I am like that, and maybe because of my preconceived notions, I never offered him a lot initially, thinking कि उसको नहीं अच्छा लगेगा, उसको नहीं अच्छा लगेगा.
Got it.
Now
Got it.
after I followed you, I tried everything, so now I have to be prepared that it's okay, नहीं अच्छा लगेगा तो कुछ दिन बाद खा लेगा, maybe it's okay. It doesn't,
So,
nothing is.
so just to give as a tip is, one of Angela's affirmation is, I will try something new every day.
Um,
Okay, this
yeah, that is also something which I've started with,
is the new
thanks to you.
affirmation. So what happens is, as soon as I know that she's not going to try, like she doesn't like avocado, and I love it. Okay, not in its original form. I can have that in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
salad only.
yeah.
But now I have figured out different ways to, make it
Mm,
healthy without sugar. Others, I love it with the
mm,
sugar and milk combination.
yeah.
That's how I was introduced to. So then she will try. I mean, she'll at least try
Ah,
this, and we are okay. I mean, that is it.
ठीक है.
So
Correct.
now,
Yeah, yeah.
the best part is, since Thailand has variety of cuisine, so we are telling her that we're gonna try bugs, we are gonna try grasshoppers. So she's like, yes, I'm gonna try too.
But I think she has that in mind. That's what I was telling you, that not only with Azri, with Angela also, all are doing a fantastic job. It's great. It's actually inspiring.
Definitely challenging. I wouldn't
Of
say that
course.
I do
It
not.
doesn't look all it just looks all ha 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 when it's of all those 10-minute
Yeah,
story on
yeah,
Insta,
because
but behind it, it's madness. Yeah,
so it is because what happens is, it becomes very challenging to lose your calm. I mean, it's very easy, right? So
true,
one
true.
my
Yeah, yeah.
affirmation, or every time somebody tells me, that I admire the way you bring them up, I tell them that I pray that my affirmation is I need patience. I ask for patience because
True.
that is what is
No,
required,
no. No, no,
being a
definitely.
mother. Not only mother,
Yeah, and you have to just forget that you have sometimes you just forget that there were things that you could decide because they will decide what they want. You cannot decide for them.
so today
And
I
there's
was
just one more
actually,
thing I wanted to.
yes, yes.
Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, yeah, go on.
So today
No,
actually I was watching a video. So I believe in this. I just posted it yesterday, which talks about Kaizen. So Kaizen is a Japanese rule of self-improvement. And I don't feel that I am perfect. Okay. And it is a journey. You have to learn every day something new. You may not follow it tomorrow. But you have to
correct.
realize, oh, I have not followed it, and you have
Followed
to
it.
bring in the course correction. That is
Correct.
the
Yeah.
most important
True.
thing. That you have to
True.
self-realize that, oh, I went
Mm,
wrong. I need to come back. So if that realization is there and you're going and doing things right, then you're in the right.
correct. Yeah, that is so true. And
Okay.
there's one more thing I wanted to ask you. Like, apart from the food part, I just wanted to ask you that how do you manage Azriel's naps? Because my baby's on 2 naps, and he still like feeds to nurses to sleep, like just for the initial time. But then after that, if I move away from him, even if I put a pillow, he's going to get up screaming and crying. Like he wants me continuously next to him, or he'll sleep in a jula, which I know is not recommended, but then it has been done by the elders in my family, which I'm trying to wean. So how do you manage his naps? Do you use like complete pitch those black blinders and all that? Do you do that or
Okay.
like I
So
just wanted to ask you about that.
see, the first thing that I like is a pitch dark room myself,
Mm.
and it really
Mm.
helps the babies as well because when there is
Okay.
no bright light, they can go to sleep
Mm.
sooner. Now,
Correct.
I have identified that once Azriel sleeps, he has a very good deep sleep for 45 minutes. Even if I'm not
Mm.
there, after he's had
Mm.
his breast milk, if I am making him sleep, he will sleep.
Mm.
So that's why I said I took him to sleep
Okay.
today at 5 o'clock. Our session
Uh,
starts at 5.
yeah.
He did not
Uh,
want to sleep, but then after that,
yeah. Yeah.
finally at
Yeah. Yeah.
5:15, he was almost ready. So he will take at
Mm.
least half an hour to, in case
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Wind down and yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So by 5:15, 5:20, he was all ready. And then once, he had his breast milk, I could make out that he's already stopped suckling. So then I
Mm.
slowly moved out, and that was
Mm.
his deep. So now,
Correct. From there you started.
yeah. Now what would happen? He would wake up again in that 45 minutes. Okay, that
Mm.
between the
Correct.
45 to that 1 hour window, if I'm
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there, maybe he'll wake up. Okay,
Mm.
or let's say somebody is there, then again,
They can bridge
yeah, that person can. So now
bridge the
what
nap.
happens?
Okay.
Now he's sleeping. There are times he would roll. He would roll, and let's say he can sleep.
Ah.
So if I'm
Ah.
not
Okay.
there, then it's okay. Somebody who is around him
Hmm.
will take care. So what I would
Ah.
suggest is, Azriel also, if I am around, he sleeps with the breast milk. But if I'm
Hmm.
not around, he can sleep with anybody.
That
Now,
my
what
baby is
you
not still used to.
have to do that transition. Like, you have to
Hmm.
be away to do that transition.
Hmm.
And
Hmm. Hmm.
then only it will work. Like, otherwise, what is happening?
Correct.
It's not there. So if you're going to force him to sleep without the breast milk, it's not going to work.
Then he's not going to work. Yeah.
So
Correct.
that
Correct.
will
Then I'll
take
try.
time.
Yeah.
So you'll have to try a
Okay.
little differently and then. So
Yeah.
Nidhi,
Okay.
nice talking. Any
Yeah.
questions?
Done. Done. Thank you so much. No. No. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I'm so over to you, Aruna. Go ahead. First, your introduction, a quick for us to know.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, Aruna.
Myself, Aruna, I'm 36 years old, and my baby is 8 months, 10 days old now. His name is Riddesh Adiran, and I'm from Andhra, living in Chennai.
Okay.
I'm housewife. Actually, my entire story is different from everyone because my baby is not at all eating anything. Whatever I feed him, it will come out quickly in some or other form. Like I started solids when he's in 5th month. I started with potato puree, carrot puree. He hated it. So I combined both. He loved it. He started eating like 1 teaspoon like that. Okay, that's okay. When he started 6th month, he got fever and he was sick for almost 15 days. So I stopped solids and he's in formula milk. Later, I started giving him rice porridge, ragi porridge. And everything is traditional only, traditional feeding only. I don't have high chair or anything. But he used to eat something. Later, again, he got sick. He got cough and cold. Again, stopped for 15 days. Later, I started watermelon, orange. He used to have very little. Okay. Later, he started teething. Again, he stopped drinking milk also. So now it became like that. I have to carry him and I have to feed him. That was also okay. I used to feed him like rice and mixed vegetable, mixed vegetable paste. He want everything in paste form. If I mix rice with little like grain also, he won't accept. Okay, that's also I accepted. Okay, he want like that. Later, he stopped in that form also. Now, whatever I feed him, it will come out. So I stopped using spoon. I stopped feeding him with my fingers now. Now he started biting my fingers and spitting out everything he's doing, but he's not eating.
Okay.
And one more thing is his sleeping time. For every 2.5 hours, he will sleep 30 minutes only. And night times he is sleeping by 2:30 like that. So for every 2 hours night times, he need a feed. Morning times means 90 ml I'm giving, sometimes 120. So I don't know what to do. Actually, he used to eat very well. Moong dal, carrot, broccoli, potato. I used to feed everything, but don't know what happened. He stopped and doing like this, spitting on my mouth, on my face directly. And he stopped eating orange. Orange is his favorite fruit. He stopped eating that. He stopped eating anything. Whatever I'm taking him. Actually, the thing is, I'm only person here. I don't have anyone to help, and my hubby is railway employee. If he goes means he will come for 3 nights. So I'm becoming mad, like no sleep, no food, and he want my attention all time. Actually, I told I'm the only person. If I move an inch also, he will, he know, and
Aruna,
he will cry.
it doesn't matter if you have 10 people as well. For a child, a
Yeah,
mother is a mother. So that face, even I I know that it would be similar for all mothers. Because today
no,
I was listening to a video and
yeah,
beautifully explained by this guy who is I think he's a priest for the Islamic religion. So he says that a mother to a child is like the child is like a finger, like the 11th finger, and it's the 11th finger until the baby is 3 years old, not
yeah,
just 12 months old. And it was beautiful.
yeah.
I mean, I loved the video. I really thought that I should share it, but then I was like, let me try doing something different when I do a reel, which is the third reel that I do about me, because it had a wonderful messaging that how should you bring up your children. Now, Aruna, firstly, it's a lot to talk, in the chat that we have, and we have really less time to actually discuss. So Aruna, I'll be suggesting you to definitely connect with me personally, and
Yeah.
let's see if we can, do a one-on-one rather than just doing a session, because in 3 minutes, I don't think I'll be making justice to understanding everything. Because
Yeah.
I have seen my younger sister, because she is 9 years younger to me, and I have seen her being carried on the hip and being fed as well. Okay, so I have seen the most traditional way, where I've seen the baby being slept and fed as well. And I have not taken those steps because I have self learned, because you have so much content online. I have self learned, I've done my own study, that okay, what is better, how to do it, when to do it, and it is a continuous improvement. So if I have to tell you, did I do the same thing for Angela? No. Have I done things different for Azriel? Absolutely yes. Because I have matured, right? I was just 28 then, and now I'm a 34 years old. So that means my level of, experience is also increasing. And things are changing, right? The world is evolving. You have different things to read. You have different concepts coming in. Like, I did not do baby-led weaning. I allowed Azriel to eat. Does not mean that I will say that I ensured that he does baby-led weaning. No, I would say I saw my baby wanting to eat, so I let him eat. But I encourage him to do what he wants to do, because if we do not create an environment around them, be it anything, okay, not just food, we will not be grooming them the right way. So if you as a parent, it is not just Aruna, it is Aruna and Aruna's better half who are creating this environment for the child, which is to do for everything, for his healthy, aspect, for his emotional well-being, for his growth and every element. So, Aruna, I have many questions which I don't think we can tackle today, because we have very less time. What
Yeah.
I would suggest is, let's connect offline. The only thing that I would say is, if the baby is having in puriform, whatever he can, continue giving. Don't stop. Okay. Also, another thing that I observed, which I can give as a tip, if the mothers are doing it, if the baby is ill, does not mean you should stop giving the baby food. There was a time when Azriel had cold and I had given rajma and rice, and I had comments from mothers that why are you giving rajma? It is hard to digest. But I preferred giving it. So
Actually, the thing is,
yeah, so when the baby is ill,
he yeah, sorry.
do not stop. Go ahead, Arun.
Actually, the thing is, he started having milk also. So I thought to stop for a few days.
See, the last note before we end, healthy babies will not go on hunger strike. They will not go. So if you're listening to your baby is able to identify your pattern and is following that, okay, this works and this does not work.
Okay.
So your baby cannot go on hunger strike.